Harold Brown was weaned on the law from childhood. His trailblazing mother, who represented Marilyn Monroe and Groucho Marx, was the first woman attorney at her firm. Harold's father was a USC law professor that pioneered a new legal principle called preventive law. You can imagine what the conversations were like around the Brown dinner table. They'd probably be about law, is what I'm saying. After getting his law degree from UC Berkeley, Harold took a job at Gang Tire Raymer & Brown, where he's since cultivated an impressive 41-year career as a partner. The trades have declared him to be one of Hollywood's top power lawyers. Harold recently struck major deals for Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, and Stephen King, and smaller ones for luminaries like Craig Ferguson. He's also served on the board of directors for Amblin Partners and the Geffen Theatre. He's currently vice chairman at the board of Pitzer College. We could go on and on about Harold, but he's the kind of guy that prefers standing in the wings, in a sort of creepy in the dark way. He actually redacted this biography, which is why we now turn to his friends, clients, and colleagues and ask, who is Harold Brown? Now, of course, we know who he is, otherwise we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't come all this way and get dressed up like penguins for a man that we didn't know. But it's a kind of cute way of doing a biography of the man we're honoring tonight. The strangely beautiful, ethereal genius that is Harold Brown.
Harold is Harold.
He's got some limb issues. Long limbs, Harold Brown. But a nice guy.
Yeah, Harold's one of those guys that can speak for a really long time, and I'm not exactly sure what he said when he's done.
One of the things you have to know about Harold is when he comes into your office, before he comes, you need to baby-proof the office. I don't know that he's ever been into my office and not broken something. Not intentionally, he just is one of those guys that is under a dark cloud, and when he walks into your office, bad things are going to happen to your things.
It's those limbs. He's gangly. He's got those limbs all over the place. The limbs. I don't think he can fix that.
These days, when I try to reach Harold, he's usually on the tennis court.
I wouldn't want him as my lawyer, but I hear he's okay.
Harold? Who?
So Harold, there's a lot of I could say about you right now, most of which I think I'll save for a rainy day. But I'm thinking about all the ways you inspired me in my work, and I'm thinking that I've only made a couple of movies about lawyers, and I'm thinking about the first one I made about a lawyer, which was the movie Amistad, where Matthew McConaughey played a kind of ambulance chaser who sort of, learns his craft along the way and learns how to be a pretty damn good lawyer. And that was a kind of nice, good learning curve. And I was thinking, was that the movie that you inspired me to make? And I thought long and hard and realized, no, it wasn't. But then I made Bridge of Spies, and Tom Hanks plays James B. Donovan, a crack attorney who basically almost saves the world. And I thought, well, could this have been the source of all of my years with Harold Brown? No, that wasn't it either. But then I realized where your inspiration really came in handy for me. When I made Jurassic Park, and that lawyer ran from the T-Rex and hid in the bathroom and sat on the toilet, and the T-Rex knocked down the commode and watched this lawyer shaking on his seat, looking up in the rain, and that T-Rex reached down and bit him in half, shook him up a lot. I realized that this may have been the one movie that you were in, where you were uppermost in my heart. And all those moments I thought about, everybody says, well, you have something out against lawyers. I have nothing against lawyers. And I got a bad rap from that movie because people thought that lawyer represented, themselves. It didn't, Harold. It represented you. It's always been about you. You were the lawyer on the toilet.
Harold always opens for 30 years when I call him, Harold, how are you? I'm fabulous. It doesn't matter where Harold cut his finger on a steak. How you doing, Harold? I'm fabulous. Harold, you need stitches? No, I'm fabulous, okay? Harold, how are you? I'm fabulous. Oh, I just had my hip replaced. I'm fabulous.
I had a movie come out, and Harold sent me a video of him doing the peck pop of love. Now, the peck pop is when someone makes their pecs jump like that. And I did it in the movie, and Harold took his shirt off in his office, and and he enacted the peck pop. And I believe Bianca was throwing grapes or berries at his chest. Now, to see Harold Brown in his office with his shirt off, showing his chest, is like, I mean, there's dreams come true, there's heaven, then there's, nightmare. That's what that was. That's what that was.
Don't you think we're overdressed and tuxedo? I mean,
with Harold, you never overdressed. So I bet he's not even wearing a tie.
No,
I bet he's not wearing a tie.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So Luke, if you had to sum up Harold in a few words, what would you say?
Well, we've become very fond of Harold, both of us, as you know. And he's a brilliant lawyer, but he does it more as a part-time hobby. His main interests are, as I understand it, tennis, you know, and then he's a cycler, a bike rider, Tour de France kind of competition star, yeah, and a skier, you know. So far,
is he good?
I suspect he thinks he's very, very good.
Okay. Do you remember the time when he and Eileen invited us to Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
And suddenly there was a big crowd of people. They were all noisy and rambunctious, but suddenly there's the loudest, most earth-shattering whistle you've ever heard, and everyone stopped. I turned to the person next to me and they said, don't worry, it's only Harold, dinner's ready. And if there was an Olympic Games for whistles, Harold's house would be full of gold. If there was a Nobel Prize for whistling, they'd give it only once to Harold. And they'd never give it again because no one would ever whistle like that again. So I was wondering if this is still in the cards.
Yeah.
And if Harold is still in the room and he hasn't got a mouth full of food, whether he'd stand up, and if you gave him a countdown.
We'll count him in.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, and point.
Yeah.
Whether he'd show everyone his superpowers.
Absolutely. Harold, the upstanding. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
We love you, Harold.
Yeah, Harold. Awesome. Gangtar, River, and Brown. Brown, yeah.
He's a true original, I would say. And he's very human. He's very much a human being. You know, he's extremely human.
He is a klutz, yes. If it's broken, he can't fix it. If it's not broken, it will be.
Typically when he's being wise and intelligent, and he suggests that we try to find if there's a there there. Well, there is a there there, and it's you, Harold. You're always there. There. Is that right? Which there would he if you're there, you're the there. You're one of the theirs. You're definitely one of the theirs, but I'm not sure which one.
He's been a wonderful lawyer and friend. He's a great guy. He was my only choice, really, as someone to represent me. I don't quite remember how that happened, but I don't remember a lot of the '90s. But I didn't really meet anyone else too. I didn't comparison shop. But I heard great things, and continue to hear great things about Harold, and I hope he enjoys the evening. And yeah, I feel really lucky to know him. Thank you.
This is actual correspondence between Harold and an attorney who's taken a long time to reply. Harold writes, quote, "I write, I call. If we are good, can I turn this into a document already?" The attorney writes back, "Wah wah, you sound like my mom." Harold replies to the attorney, "Dear Mark, are you there? It's your mother. Are you going to get back to that nice Mr. Brown? He has been waiting patiently, and if you would just finish off that agreement, you would have time to return my calls. We would both feel so much better. Love and miss you, your mom." That's Harold. Good luck arguing with Harold. Congratulations, pal.
In my decades working in philanthropy, higher education, and social justice research, I've observed that there's a very fine line between genius and dreaming. I can tell you, Harold is on one side of that line. Congratulations, Harold.
Listen, you know what a great inspiration you've been to my entire life, my personal life as well as my professional life. You and Bruce and that whole amazing group, I just owe you everything. And probably, I was probably a little hard on you with the toilet scene, but there you go.
Harold, your award tonight not only honors Hermione and Lou and all of us who've been in your life for decades, but the Beverly Hills Bar and the entire entertainment community. Thanks so much, Harold.
We all know that the real power behind the throne is Eileen, and again, Felicia and I we wouldn't be experiencing our life in Los Angeles if we weren't able to call you our friends.
Harold, congratulations. I'm glad we got you off the tennis court long enough to come to Beverly Hills and accept this fantastic and well-deserved award.
It has been such a pleasure to work with you, such an honor to work with you, and you deserve everything and so much more coming your way. So I love you, and congratulations on your night. And I'm pretty sure the entire room wants to see you do the Peck Pop. Do it for the people. Do it for Jesus. Do it for us.
Okay, so Dwayne, we thought we'd do something really special for your birthday. We're gonna do the Peck Pop of Law. See? But now this is really good. Okay.
Didn't quite work, but
maybe you do what you do and we'll do what we do.
I hope that as you face the courtroom of life, that you will never be ruled out of order. Thanks. Take care.
On this wonderful occasion, on this wonderful honor, I just want to say how grateful and appreciative I am to you for all the amazing, great work you've done on all of our deals. And you have just a wonderful way of making a giant deal out of even small little issues.
Thank you for being such a great partner, friend, and confidant. Here's to you, Harold. Thank you.